Afternoon and welcome to Take Six. This is our chance to spend a little time talking with our reporters and our investigators about some of the stories that they are working on. It is a beautiful Monday afternoon across Central Florida. News 6 anchor Justin Warmoth is joining us now. He was also our guest on Friday. And Justin, when we spoke with you last, you were on your way out to OUC to talk to some people there about water issues here in Central Florida.
Well, Lisa, as you know, if I'm covering it, it has to do with growth.
Yeah.
And as our region continues to grow and the demand for water increases, OUC is really trying to get ahead of this. And last week, they voted to approve a new water treatment plant that will drill deeper into the aquifer and 2,000 feet. And this is something that is needed because eventually, as a lot of people move here and more people move here, we're going to run out.
Yeah.
And so they need to tap into another source. So this is the first time they're going to be doing this. It's on 15 acres in Lake Nona. Here's a little video from my interview with OUC. And listen, I think this is something that is 10 years down the line because they are expecting construction to start in 2025, and then it's going to be ready in 2033. So while we are experiencing growth today, they're really looking towards the future. They said we're in a good space right now. You know, if things change, they're gonna, get the word out to residents and those customers with OUC to limit their water. But they don't have to do that right now. But this is really just looking ahead towards the future as our region continues to grow. They're gonna have to find new ways to tap into the water source, and they promise that this is a safe, environmentally safe way to do it, and it's something that is needed as our region grows.
It does raise some concerns, though, because obviously we all need water to live. And when our current situation is not forecast to meet the demands, I mean, it raises concerns like, will we have enough water? Will the aquifer be able to support all the people who are putting all these demands on our water supply?
Yeah, and they are confident. And OUC, I asked them that a couple of different ways. You know, how are we? Are we
Yeah.
good today? Will we be good 5 years from now? Are we going to be fine with this new way to tap into a deeper source of the aquifer? And they say that everything is going according to plan. They are excited about this new way to do it because it relaxes them as they look towards the future and as our region grows. You know, I think that this gives them some promise on being able to accommodate the amount of people who are moving here. And also I was like, if you don't, their goal is to, if someone is at home or a business is up and running, you turn on the faucet and that water comes out. That's their goal. They don't want any
Yeah.
interruption. They want to be in the background while also providing, obviously, a vital resource to our growing community. But they're doing projects really all around Central Florida
Hmm.
too, um, and it's disrupting day-to-day service, and especially some businesses. We're seeing that in the Orlando area and Ivanhoe. They're doing a wastewater project that's to meet the growing demand of that area. They're doing that in Robinson Street in the Milk District as well. These little projects here and there to sort of get the infrastructure up to date, and those little projects are important, and that's what they're doing to sort of meet this. But as this this water treatment facility is a $155 million investment, so
Wow.
it's a big deal. They're really
Hmm.
excited about it. They were eager to tell our viewers about this. And so I thought it was interesting to go, listen, our growth is just so rapid and the forecast does not seem to change whatsoever. It seems to be on the same trajectory as we look ahead over the next decade. And this is the way they're doing it. And it's an untapped source of brackish water. So they're going to be doing it's more minerally concentrated at that depth too. So that's requiring a new way to get that water drinkable. And it's called the Southeast Reverse Osmosis Water Treatment Plant. So they put that water through rigorous treatment testing standards before it's obviously used. So
Mm.
it's interesting. I mean, this is the way that they
Yeah.
have to adjust. I
Well,
mean,
and it's just
it's
something
interesting.
that we all really just take for granted every
Me too.
single day, that there is going to be water available for us to do whatever we want to do. But it's also maybe a good reminder that we do need to start thinking about the demands that we're placing on our natural resources and maybe conserving where we can and what we can do.
Yeah,
Because,
I asked them what we can do today, and they
yeah,
said, "Listen, if you just have to be conscious. I mean, I know we're surrounded by water.
yep,
We are, and it doesn't seem like we'll ever, have an issue with that and strain that resource. But there are ways that as a resident, we can all
mm-hmm,
make the situation great for everyone. I limit your obviously your irrigation system and
mm,
follow the rules with that. I was like, well, you guys can't really enforce that. How do you enforce that if
yeah,
someone's over watering their lawn? And they said it oftentimes it has to do with you get peer pressured into following the constraints by your neighbor or someone else driving through the neighborhood. They also want people to report any leaks or any sort of issue that they
yes,
have, and so that it's there are ways that we can conserve and just have that in the back of your mind. And but we're at a good place. He said
good,
we don't want to raise concerns even with this growth that we have today. But again, I mean, look around the Orlando area and those the folks who would fall into OUC's purview. We have, I mean, so many developments, and not small ones either. If you
right.
look on on the east side of Orlando, where they're annexing the Sunbridge community, I mean, 10,000 homes. I mean, we are going to
That's
continue to
huge.
have new homes being built, and
Yep.
so obviously the demand is there, and this is one way to get the necessary infrastructure up to par to meet that growth.
1,000 people moving here every day, and they all need some water to drink and water to bathe and to flush their
That's
toilets and
right.
all of that. So, Justin Warmoth, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure as always. We do want to
Thanks.
talk briefly about our forecast because if you have been loving the weather that we had this weekend and today, you are going to love this forecast. It is looking absolutely gorgeous. Little on the warm side and not a whole lot of rain in the forecast. Of course, we could always use the rain to replenish our aquifer, but overall, it is really looking nice if you have some outdoor plans this week. We're looking at mostly sunny skies today and tomorrow with just a few clouds mixed in toward the end of the week. Highs in the mid to upper 80s, even in the low 90s as we head into the weekend, but not a whole lot of rain relief in sight. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us on this Monday afternoon. It is tax day. Of course, our reporters are busy working all across Central Florida right now, and they will be bringing you all of today's latest news, along with myself and Ginger Gadsden and Matt Austin, tonight on News 6, starting at 4 o'clock. We hope to see you then.